Okay, hey everybody! I'm out here at Holly State Rec, not Mount, but Lake Heron. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, it's April 10th. Pretty chilly. It's interesting. I've been out here. This is the third day I've come out here, and I wish I could put. I filmed that. I got it on film. I wish I could split the screen up in threes and just show you the difference in the weather. My God, Sunday afternoon when I came out, it was really bright and a little bit warmer, and there was no snow, and it was comfortable. I had carrying the kids with me, and they all came out and played and ran around, and everybody was comfortable. For Michigan, anyways. And then came out the following day, and because there was a lot of glare that Sunday when we came out, the sun was a little bit lower in the sky because I had just gotten off work, and everything was just such a glare on everything, and I don't have those filters yet. They're coming from China though, so we'll see what happens. And anyhow, so I knew it was going to be more overcast yesterday, so I went out and I got caught in the snow. And but it took beautiful pictures. I mean the light was really good, and it was pretty cool. And then today I came out. And I was out here about 12 o'clock, around 12 o'clock today. So the sun's pretty high up in the sky. And, this is just great. This is in 4K. And just look how clear everything is. It's just beautiful. It was a little chilly today, But it's funny, like I said, if I could show you all 3 different days, you can see snow and where there's not snow, and it's just typical Michigan, I guess, is what I'm talking about. You just never know what the weather is going to do. And so, that's one of the things about Michigan. And so, yeah. So right now, anyways, I'm heading, I'm standing on the beach, the public beach, and I flew the drone out, and there's, the lake's broke up by these channel things, like some kind of dam mechanisms to keep the water back. And I flew out past them, and I'm bringing the drone back in. So just think it's real pretty looking at everything from right here. That little island thing there is pretty cool. And thought about going down, checking it out a little bit closer, but I get scared I'm going to goof and crash a drone in the drink and stuff, and I don't have a boat with me to go get it right now. So I'm just kind of staying up here where I think it's safer. But anyways, so that's going on. And I'm going to add some music to this. And I don't know what yet, but I think it might make these videos a little bit easier to sit through if you're going to watch them. Now this road right here, this is part of the water retention thing, I believe, to keep the water levels where they want them. And off to the right, or I can't remember where, but anyways, oh yeah, right there in the middle of it, I think it is. Oh, somewhere on there. I believe they have some controller. The one on the west side, I get right up on and look, and it's pretty cool. But anyways, back to the music. I don't know what I'm going to put on here, and what I'll do is I'll buy something on Amazon, and and just add it. So I'm not going to own the music, copyright or nothing like that. I'm just putting it on here, make this a little bit easier to watch. Okay, and now we were facing west, or we still are facing west. But, yeah, as for the music, I don't own any of it. I'm not making any money off this, and I don't want to infringe on any copyrights or nothing. This is just me having fun. But we're headed west now, and hopefully I picked the camera up. Okay, now you see where the lake ends there. If you go about a mile past that, you enter Mordor. Okay, and there you can see it in the distance. That's Mount Doom. That's where they actually filmed the Lord of the Rings. That's another one of Oakland County's claim to fame. It's pretty cool, and yeah, looks a little bit different when it's not all on fire and everything, but that's cool. All right, so we're coming down here, and I found a picnic table that they keep out in the water here, and they keep that out there because the cranes and the geese and stuff and fish, they all hang around it. and I don't know. I guess it's real famous with conservation people and nature freaks. They all know about this. I guess it's some kind of new trend. But yeah, you can't quite see it yet, but I'll get over it here. It's pretty cool. Well, it's cool that I found it, is what I'm saying. It's not cool that it's in the water, but yeah. So right now that music could come in handy. That music. Well, we'll get there. Alright, so let's see. I'm just kind of shifting the drone around. I like looking around with it. Now, like I said in one of the earlier videos I made, I got my phone plugged into the controller, into the drone controller, and it's bright, so I can't really see that well, what's going on, because I get the picture that we see here on my phone, and it's cool. I can see, you can kind of see what's going on for like flying it anyways, but as for the detail and stuff, not so much. Let's see, the table, it should be coming up here. I think that might be it there in the water, almost in the middle of your screen. Yeah, that's it. So anyways, like I'm saying, yeah, when it's bright out, I can't really see that much detail when I'm looking at my phone. And not only that, I'm trying to pay attention to the drone and what it's doing, and, because this is recording, so I can see all this later. But look at the detail. I mean, you can see the waves and the wind on the water. It's pretty amazing. This is, I give a lot of credit to DJI, I'm sorry, the company that makes these drones. And, wow, it's just beautiful. Look at that. I'd love to find some deer out here and just watch them and scout them out. That'd be pretty cool and fun. When I went out to the Renfest grounds, there was a flock of turkeys. I wanted to, not chase them with this, but that would have been fun too. But just kind of scout them out. But I had my daughter and her friend Nevaeh with me, and before I could even get the bird in the air, they were chasing those turkeys and scared them off. Whatever. So here's the beach. The drone started out about, I think it was like 4,500 feet away from here. When I started this video, anyways, and I, flew it back, and I'm flying it back into me. But they take really good care of this beach. If you look here, this is a good shot. That's all sand out there in the water. You can see the line where they, where they dumped the sand out, and where the sand ends, it gets about maybe 5 feet, maybe 5.5 feet deep. But it's really gradual out to that, and you can bring little babies out here. And, you keep them right up here on the shoreline, and it's really good. It's safe and clean. They're always clean it and rake it out. It's a public beach though, so you get some. You might not have meet the nicest people that you want to meet, but I've never had any real problems here. I couldn't tell what was going on here, and so I dropped down a little bit to take a look, and I find this guy. And I couldn't tell it was a person at first, and so I left him alone. Some people, most people don't want to be watched doing things. I understand that. And I don't want to infringe on anybody's, comforts or, privacy. So, I left him alone. But he was cool. I ended up talking to him later. And, I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute here, maybe. And if I have time. So over here is the boat launch. And there used to be a fishing pier here. You can see kind of the posts popping out of the water there that they mounted it on. I learned that, the thing got kind of old and crappy, so they tore it out. They're building a new one, and they're going to put that back in here as soon as it's done, and I'm sure when it warms up just a touch. So there's Mount Doom up there again, and here's like the other part of the water retention dam thing. It's amazing to me that they can build stuff like this and get it to work. I mean, it's not like the water is going to wait for them, so that's pretty cool. And I believe this here is somehow controls, something to do with the control of that, holding the water. because if there's a problem, I know that they can somehow let the water go into the woods to the right here, to the west. So yeah, I wanted to get a good view of this for you guys, and so I know where this is at. I can retrieve the drone if something goes wrong here. I'm hoping. So I get down and gonna maneuver around, and I didn't see anybody who'd run up and steal it if I put it down. So I'm looking here, but look how clear that is. It's beautiful. Well, not the actual thing, but just how clear it is and everything. It's a really good camera. I'm really happy with this. Well, anyways, back to that guy. It turns out he's like a park ranger or park maintenance guy or whatever, and he was. I was gonna make up some funny story about what he was doing, but really, what I think he's doing out there is fixing the there's like this faucet thing out there to wash the sand off your feet. I think that's where he was at. But yeah, so I'm gonna fly out here, and the video is almost done. I think I'm gonna cruise out here and just look. I mean, look how clear that water is. I'd love to get my boat out there one morning and get lucky and hit some bass. That'd be great. All right. So what I do here is I fly back the way I came. That's pretty. I was looking at the water. We already came that way, so I sped this up and looking around, checking it out. It's real pretty here. Real pretty. I'm really impressed with this whole beach that they built. I mean, it's really good looking. The parking, everything's so symmetrical. It's not an eyesore. Not at all. That playground set there, that's new this year. What they do too is they got this thing, I forget what they call it, Jump Island or Splash Island or something stupid. It's like these giant inflatables, and you have to pay for it like by the half hour or something. It's pretty expensive, and you climb up there and kids just jump off, but it's kind of dangerous in my opinion. I mean, you got these kids jumping off where other kids are trying to climb on, and I don't know. I don't let my kids on. Yeah, but look how good that the whole project there is. I give them credit. That's a good job there. Oh, what happened here is I accidentally pushed the land button, and I was like, oh, it was going down, and I had to cancel it. I had to take my glove off, and it could have been a class 5 screw up. That would have been terrible. But I got a buoy on my drone in case something bad happens like that. But still, screw that. The buoy. If I sink the drone, the buoy shoots off like a submarine buoy thing, and then it's on a fishing line, and I can go out there and fish it out, I guess. It shows you where it's at. That sucks, but it's better than not being able to find it. And it's just real pretty. That's all. Well, I don't think that's all Holly State Rec, but out for a while it is. I got more footage that I shot today too of. Like I go out to Dixie Highway from across the lake, and that's kind of cool. And yeah, I like this drone. It's a good hobby. I don't really hurt myself like I do with the other things I do. I did get my finger stuck in the propeller. It's all bruised up. It was terrible, and luckily my daughter was there for that because she every now and then reenacts that for me, so I have to relive it. That's nice of her. But anyways, just landed it. Thanks for